Okay, I do believe we are live, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We are back for another Indie Games podcast. Yes, I'm going to say it. It's been a while once again. But we are back with a vengeance. And we are ready for some Indie Games conversation and some EGX talk, as well as some Steam Next Fest chat as well. But we are very excited. Well, I am definitely. I won't speak for the other guys, but it's going to be EGX week, of course. Like I say, the end of the week we'll be partaking in the in-person event of EGX 2023 and meeting up in person. I am super excited for that, first time ever in real life with these two fine gentlemen. So yes, that is going to be quite the experience. They'll probably turn and run the other way when they realize how much of a dreadful person I am in real life, but there we go. It's worth the risk. But yes, let's get this show on the road, guys. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat. Going to say firstly, thank you so much to Luke for joining me once again on the podcast. It's been a while, like I say, but how is it going, Luke, bro? I know you've been on holiday, so I'm sure you're very relaxed and ready for action, right?
I am, yeah, allegedly. Yeah, no, I'm very well. Yeah, had a great time away,
Awesome.
which was nice. And yeah, I'm only back for work for a few days, I guess, and then off to EGX, which is nice as well.
Absolutely, yeah, no, fantastic. Keep the holiday train running, I guess you could say.
That's it. Yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah, looking forward to the chat about AGX with you today. Obviously, we're just getting the party started a little bit early to chat about it, but yeah, what we'll do is we'll just say hi to Meisuke and we'll come back around for some chat about what we've been up to in the gaming sense. So yeah, we have got a guest today. No Juds or Scott, unfortunately, as they can't make it, but we have got a great guy coming in who is, like I say, going to be at EGX as well. So this makes a lot of sense for today's show, and we always love to have this guy on the show. Meisuke is who I'm speaking about, of course, the legend that is Meisuke. How are you doing, Meisuke, bro?
Hello. It's great, Indy, and I'm really happy to be back on the show, and I'm really waiting to have a chance to hear all the great tips from these two veterans of the EGX. So it's what to expect and what to not do at the event.
Nothing not to do. You just do anything. You do whatever. Yeah, no, but it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, you just let loose, basically. Oh, it's gonna be amazing, buddy. Excited, yeah. Like Meisuke surprised us with a little cheeky announcement that he was going not too long ago. So yeah, that was an absolutely awesome thing to hear that you decided to go at the last minute, buddy. Yeah. So yeah, how did that kind of come about? You just felt the urge? Was it just like we finally grinded you down? Was it or?
Well, it was a little bit like I was just following our good friend Stubbs show here. Who is also here in chat, and you guys were chatting about this going to the EGX, and I was like thinking like, yeah, I guess I really have to go now, or maybe I will never go to the event. So I just made it happen.
That is how you do. That's how you make the dreams happen. Stubbsy, take note. Yeah. That is what you do, Stubbs. You take it by the horns and you grab it and you go. No, respect, buddy. It's amazing because I think it's going to be awesome times hanging out with you and Luke. So yeah, just excited to be doing that. But yeah, it's not long now, and you think you're going on the Thursday, aren't you? Is that right? And your Wednesday, you're getting there Thursday for the show, and Friday, is that right?
Yeah. When Wednesday arriving London, so that's my very first time visiting London and Great Britain, like awesome. In general. So I will the first day I'm going to be doing the tourist stuff.
Yeah,
going
nice.
to see the going to see the awesome art museums.
Yes.
In London. You have plenty of those, so can see the classics by William Turner and John Constantine, and those
That's
great
so cool.
great painters from the 19th century.
Fantastic. Well, that is awesome. So yeah, it's going to be, a multifaceted trip for you, seeing the sights for the first time in the UK as well. Yeah. So there's so much in London. Luke's the man probably to give you more information on that than I. But yeah, fantastic stuff. That's exciting. But yeah, wonderful. Thank you for coming on the show as well. We're going to dive deeper into it, but let's say hi to the chat right now. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. And Stubbs is saying, how did that sell it? I don't think you sold it, Stubbs. If anything, you made him feel like you should be going, and I think he stepped up to the plate, my friend. That's more like it. But basically, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But shout out to you anyway, my friend, for being here. It's always great to see you in the chat. We have Fimba in the house as well. Thank you very much for being here, buddy. Dragon Wolf in too. Awesome to see you, my friend. Hoping to see you next year at EGX. I know you can't make it this year, but it would be awesome to meet you next year, buddy. Pixel Slapper in the house early. Thank you very much for being here as always, my friend. Great to see you. Popart is popping through as well. I don't know if he's still here, but he was in there at one moment. It's great to see you in, buddy. Thanks for coming by. And who else do we have in the house here? Paul S in the house as well. Always great to see you, my friend, with the pink glove. I'm hoping that was a pulp reference, but I doubt it was. Probably the only one who actually knows the pulp reference there. I am a fan, but there we go. Maybe Luke knows it as well. But yeah, no, thank you all for being here. Awesome to have you. And yeah, we're going to dive into this. So firstly, we'll do the customary catch up for what we've been playing, all that sort of thing. I know Luke's been jet setting, but maybe he's had a bit of gaming as well. Is that the case, my friend? You had played any games of late? Maybe since the last podcast, I suppose you could say. So you got a wide window to draw upon there.
yeah. I've played quite a bit actually. Obviously not much over the last week, but I did play quite a bit of stuff yesterday. So I've mainly been playing the Cyberpunk expansion, which is Phantom Liberty, which is really, really good, actually. I wasn't the biggest fan of Cyberpunk, but I think the expansion corrects a lot of the issues that I had with it, and it's just like a great game to look at more than anything. It's really impressive.
Absolutely.
So that's been cool. So I've been playing a bit of that. What else have I been playing? Kind of grazing across a few different games, and then on Saturday and then yesterday I played like a really big chunk, I would say, of Cocoon.
Oh, very nice.
So about 2.5 hours, which is quite a lot of that game, because I think it's like 4 to 5 hours total.
Yep.
And I think that's like one of the best games I've played this year.
Yeah,
I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I'm just kind of blown away by it, actually.
Nice,
because it's just such a clever kind of mind-bending puzzle game. Great art style, looks fantastic. Animation's so good. The music is incredible. I'm really blown away by it, actually. I think that will easily be in my top 5 games this year so far. I don't know where it would be, but it would be very high.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to keep going with that and wrap it up. Probably before I go to the EGX, which would be cool. I've played a little bit of the new Forza Motorsport today.
Yeah, so your report on Twitter, actually.
Yeah, wasn't overwhelmingly positive
about
the bits that I played.
Mixed bag, was it?
Yeah, a bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. I need to play more. I don't want to be too harsh on kind of early days of it. I also played the RoboCop Road City demo.
That's on the Steam Next Fest at the moment as well, actually.
Yeah. So maybe we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yes, if you want to dive into it, there's no worries.
But that was it's quite cool. The performance is a bit weird on PC. Yeah, but I'm a big RoboCop fan, so I was like, I've got to try this. They're doing some cool things with it, actually. I was quite surprised.
Nice.
So yeah, been playing, all sorts of different bits and bobs, basically.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that's the thing with now Next Fest being here as well. It's a lots of bits and bobs always, but there's a lot of awesome games in there. I know we've only just got to that today, but that'll probably be even more bits and bobs if you are going to get any more of that in when you go. No, that's awesome. So with Cocoon, I might as well just mention now that I'm a fraud and I haven't played it yet, but I haven't been too well, guys. Shocking. Just to let you know, I know have go easy on me on that one because it's a dreadful thing because I'm super excited to check it out, but I feel like now I should hopefully just be able to squeeze it in maybe a little go before I head off. Maybe if I get myself all sorted. There's so much stuff to pack up though for getting ready. I hate it really. Packing up and everything. It's not just packing a suitcase of or like a bag of clothes. It's all the camera stuff and all that, all that kind of gear. It's just like, oh dear. But once if I get that done, I will sneak in a little relaxation time with that if anything. But then, like I say, the next fest. But then hopefully that should be there the week after we come back. It's so annoying that it's EGX and Next Fest at the same time. I have to admit, and that it's only once again 1 week. But it's just the way it goes with Next Fest. Everyone keeps saying it should be a bit longer than that. I wish they would extend it really, but some cool games there. So sorry, go on.
Just to chuck it in as well because I forgot. I'm also playing a game, another indie game actually, called El Paso Elsewhere.
Okay.
Which I've been playing mostly on the Steam Deck actually, but that's like a solo developer game.
Okay, cool.
It's really really cool. It's like a kind of throwback to Max Payne, the original Max Payne. So very similar kind of gameplay, bullet time sort of stuff.
Cool.
But it's about the story's about someone who's basically he's out to kill his ex-girlfriend who happens to be effectively Dracula. Or like a Dracula-esque character who's trying to end the world, and he's again Max Payne style. He's very kind of broken individual, very drug dependent.
Yep.
And it's really really cool. It's really cool. The gameplay's like fun. Like it's nothing amazing from that perspective. It's fun. It's very competent. But the stuff that's really good is the music, which is absolutely incredible, and the writing is fantastic. Like it's really good.
Awesome.
It's very kind of fourth wall breaking.
Oh, nice.
Soliloquy type stuff turning to the audience. Cool. It's really cool. I would suggest if you like Max Payne and you want a good story with it, then have a look on Steam. I think it's like £13, £14, but it's cool.
Sounds good. That does sound interesting, actually.
Sounds really good. How do you pronounce that one?
It's El Paso Elsewhere. So
okay.
Space Paso. But it's like low poly, 3D, low poly 3D visuals, like legit, like old Max Payne style stuff. So
sounds good.
It's cool.
Nice.
Cool.
I have to check that out.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, fantastic. So shout out to Scott as well, who's joining us in the chat. Great to see you, buddy. Hope you're feeling better. And Meisuko, my friend, how have you been enjoying your time in the gaming sense? Have you checked out many games recently?
We will later talk about those few demos that I checked out for the Next Fest. But besides that, I have been gaming like all sorts of games. I was just checking what I have been playing since last time I was on the show. So there was one game that maybe Indy you would like. It's this meat grinder game. I don't know if I have talked with you about that one.
No, is that a genre that I should know of what it is? Meat grinder.
No.
Or is that the title?
No, that's the title.
Okay, I thought you meant like you grind meat for a living in the
No.
It makes sausages or something. It's like there probably is a game like that, to be fair. So I'll have a look at that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's like an indie game. So how I would describe it. It's like you mix like Doom Eternal with cluster trucks. So it's like you are jumping on
Right.
top of trucks and shooting and using this grappling hook all the time.
Nice.
So it's very this kind of high intensity game that there's explosions all the time, and you know it really is this year in the springtime, but there was
good.
quite some like bugs in it, like
Right. Okay.
the kind of bugs that really made the gameplay a little bit hard because
Yeah. Really.
yeah. But now it was much better.
Oh, okay.
They had released some updates on it, so it was much more pleasant experience. It's not like I wouldn't say that it's super polished game, but it's like the idea behind it, and it's not a super long game. Under 4 hours you can beat it through. So short action filled game. So
I'll just pop it on the screen so to illustrate your points on it. It's on the screen now for anyone who's not wondering. Meat Grinder does look quite insane in a good way. I think it's probably Luke's type of game as well, actually.
Yeah, very much right. Any mention of Doom Eternal kind of
it's definite. There's a lot of great games like that that are following that framework at the moment. So yeah, no, it looks cool actually. I like the kick thing. Reminds me of that Angerfoot a bit actually as well. That new Devolver game.
Yeah. There is this. What was the movies by Statham who had this adrenaline thing that if he stopped moving, his heart would stop. This has a little bit that kind of idea behind it. So you cannot like stay in one place, but you really have to push forward all the time.
Oh, cool! That's pretty cool. So you can't you can't take it slowly. You've got to play a fast pace, basically.
Yeah.
That's cool, actually.
The faster, the better.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
That's really cool, actually. That's a great shout. So you've been checking that out, have you? Good.
Yeah. I played it through, so it was a fun experience. Not, like I said, not the most polished game, but nice experience.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And besides that, there was that Beacon Pines that I was talking with Luke some time ago. So I was like really trying to get Luke play that game because I know how much he likes this kind of narrative focused games, and this one has that nice non-linear story behind it. It's not as innovative, or let's say as because this immortality really had like this branching to a whole new level. So this one has like maximum 3 branches to the story, and there was that story tree just a moment ago in the background. So
yeah,
but
nice.
it's nice to go through this game, and the artwork is really nice in this one.
Yeah, very
and
nice.
The music is amazing because I don't know how much you guys are fans of piano music or in general.
Yeah, I love piano.
Nice. So like different piano artists, like even though they are playing the same songs, like the way how they do the playing and the rhythm and so on, like how adapt they are to make it musical. Without a better word, is like that this whoever they had doing the piano playing in this game is like superb. Maybe one of the best piano players that I have heard in any game soundtrack.
Amazing. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I do love a bit of piano in soundtracks for sure. Yeah, no, good stuff. That sounds awesome. And the artwork, yeah, is really lovely actually. It's got a nice charm to it. And it's like branching narrative, you say as well.
Yeah, branching narrative, and it goes to dark places.
Oh,
so
right.
It's like so it might show itself very cuddly in the the first glance, but it really goes into places.
That's interesting. That's a bit like Night in the Woods, isn't it? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
With that sort of inviting look to it, it brings you in, and then it's quite dark, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. That's great. Any other games you wanted to shout out that you've been playing at all?
Well, I guess I didn't. I haven't been talking in any other podcast that much about this Eternights. I guess you guys know that game.
Which one is that? Sorry.
Eternights.
Yeah.
How's that? E-T-E-R, like knights. Is that how you like Eternights?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Eternights. Yeah.
I've not heard. Oh, yeah. There you go. Thank you very much. I've not heard of that actually. Yeah, let us know what you think about that one. I've got it on the screen for you. We can go back to your El Paso one if you want, Luke, in a minute, because I've actually found a way of doing this quite quickly. I can show you some pictures.
That's excellent. Yeah, it's good. I will see it also then. Cool. But yeah, this Other Nights is like I think it's like a one dev team who made this, but he must have had a lot of this kind of external, like hiring like external people working on the project.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah,
for different things.
It's like a Persona almost style game, isn't it? Like the kind of format in terms of you're doing there's like combat sections, and then
I like the combat.
The surprising thing is exactly the combat. Like it looks like a Persona, but this plays much more like a Bayonetta.
Yeah, like a action.
Yeah.
So actually, the combat has quite a bit of difficulty behind of it. So it's it's like a Bayonetta mixed with this Tales of Arise JRPG that released a couple of years ago. So it has this kind of summon mechanism that you can summon these another members who are behind you, and they make their magic attacks or healings. So it has a little bit of that role playing mechanism behind it. But the most of the fighting is done in this kind of Bayonetta or Devil May Cry style.
Yeah, that's what I was
going to
say. Devil May Cry as well. That sort of vibe. Yeah. It looks great. Looks really good.
It's like it's pretty amazing that these indie devs are able to do like with so limited resources. Like so this one is like maybe the biggest problem with this one is like the narrative. Other people have mentioned it also, that the narrative is not the best, but I would say that it's not the worst either.
Okay.
But it's just like there is like this it feels like there is like this huge difference between this brutal combat and then like a super like anime style of storytelling.
Right.
So it doesn't mix up always in the best way.
Nice. Yeah. I know what you mean. It's one of those things, isn't it? Do you think it's a bit generic? Is that what it is? Sorry, the story, or is it that it's just?
Yeah. I would say that yes. Exactly.
Yeah, it might be that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Not to just put words in your mouth.
I would say like if you dislike anime, so like this story will kill you. It will absolutely kill you. You will be like, you will not have a good time, even though you would like enjoy the the gameplay itself.
So where's that anime sort of on its sleeve? It's big time. It's like that. If you're not gonna like that sort of thing, you won't like this. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
It looks great though. The combat looks really good, and the artwork and everything really nice. Actually, good shout.
It's a mix-up bag. Some really nice things and some not so.
Sure.
Good.
Good stuff. That's a good shout out though, because I think a lot of people hadn't seen that. So and it's getting some good responses in the chat. So great shout, my friend. Yes. So is there anything else, Meisuko? You've been busy, boy. Been playing some games.
Yeah, I think those are the biggest ones. Lately. Yep.
Sounds good, buddy. Fantastic. Tell you what I'll do then, because I've brought up all yours on the screen. Let's just hop back quickly, if you'd like to, Luke. That is, just have a little look at your El Paso Elsewhere, because I'm quite keen to actually see what that looks like myself, and then you can actually.
I'm curious also.
Not that I know, Luke, you've got the vocabulary of a genius and all that. You don't need pictures to illustrate your points, but but at the same time, it's nice to see, isn't it?
It is.
It's a little bit of a thing to compliment what you've been saying about it. So yeah, I'll just bring it up for you now, buddy. So if this is the right game, that is. El Paso Elsewhere, I believe this is it. Actually, I've got the wrong game, haven't I? Oh no, this is it. The Dracula element.
Yep.
Yeah, cool, fantastic.
Yeah, that's it.
I think the file name said something different on it. That was why I thought it wasn't. But yeah, cool. Looks great, actually. Yeah, so you can see where you're coming from now with the Max Payne sort of vibe on that.
yeah. So you're in. It's all set in effectively one location, which is this motel.
Yep.
And you're kind of progressing through the different levels of the motel. But obviously, by the time you get to sort of, the second floor, it all goes very supernatural, as you can see.
Right,
sure. all the environment starts to go. It becomes like increasingly more strange as you descend. Effectively.
Cool. So is this like a roguelike game or something, or?
It's not a roguelike. It does have roguelike elements in terms of there is some continuity with certain items level to level, but it's more you go on one level, you clear it, and then you're on to the next level.
Yeah, got you.
And you kind of pick up weapons as you go along, and obviously you'll keep them as you go along.
Yeah, cool.
But it does kind of evoke some roguelike stuff, because when you die, for example, it brings you back into the action really quickly, but it always gives you the same splash screen which says you don't stop, and then just continues you on.
Cool.
So it's got that kind of it's got this kind of, like, I think it's heavily it reminds me, I mean, obviously it reminds me of Max Payne, but more than that, it reminds me of a lot of the stuff that Remedy do in terms of their kind of Twin Peaks influence and True Detective stuff. That kind of weird, asinine storytelling.
Good stuff.
This it's great. It's really, really good. But this one's like more of a direct plot. It's a simple plot, but it's really well done. And as I say, the writing in it is excellent.
Yeah.
And the voice acting is really, really good as well. So I'm quite surprised, given it's from a solo developer, that it's written as well as it is. It's really, really good. Like I said, gameplay wise, it's fun. It's not like the most amazing gameplay in the world or anything like that. It's not doing anything particularly new. But the thing that keeps you on the hook is the story. Which is great.
Sounds quite unique.
But I have to say that the visual direction with this trailer is amazing. It's like
it's very good.
Yeah, this guy must be a big fan of movies that that he has.
There's a real clear influence, isn't there, of kind of like classic cinematography and stuff like that. So a lot of like ambient light stuff, and these, again, much like a lot of the stuff. I think clearly Remedy must be a big influence for him in terms of direction. But it's a really good game. Really good game.
Cool.
Kind of came out of nowhere. I think I first heard about it. I think Easy Allies covered it back at I think it was GDC actually. So the guy brought the build of his game to GDC, and that was the first time I'd heard about it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm really into that. So
right, but, cool.
Yeah, this kind of like supernatural noir stuff is just super cool. I always think it's like really, really enjoyable. If it's written well, which this is.
Yeah. No, it looks cool. It looks really interesting, actually. So yeah,
I definitely have to check it out.
So already, obviously, like you mentioned. So yeah, 26th of September it came out in 2023. 1675 on Steam if you fancy it, guys. Looks like it's on Xbox as well. By the look of it, yeah, fantastic. Cool. Let's pop that back to where we were. Fantastic. Anything else that anyone else wants to mention? I'll just mention. I've been playing. I suppose I always forget to. So I mean, it's not that much this month, I'm afraid. But like I say, if there's any else you want to add in, but I'll just mention that I have checked out because I love the first one, Ghost Runner 2. The demo of that is because the game's not out quite yet. Played all the way through the demo. Amazing it was, I thought. It doesn't change. I think Luke mentioned this before. It doesn't change the game up that much. It keeps its more Ghost Run. I think you mentioned before, and I would definitely agree with that. I thought it might have changed a bit more actually than it has. It is the same sort of thing, isn't it? Yeah. Other than
it's basically the bike.
The bike is the
like
difference.
The bike is the real difference.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I didn't slip back into it quite as smoothly as I thought. At first I was just trying to get used to the pacing and everything of it. Even though I finished the first game, it still was like readapting. You know what I mean?
Did you play on controller or like the first one? Did you play on controller or keyboard and mouse?
I played on controller on the first one, and I played the demo.
Yeah, so I played the first one on keyboard and mouse. Did you? I was playing any first person stuff on PC. I always play on keyboard and mouse. And then I stupidly downloaded the demo on PlayStation 5.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I used a controller, and I was just like totally shit at it. Like it was really. It was like I was like, I need to go and download this on Steam because for me, this isn't the way that this is played. Like, it was so like.
I know what you mean.
Sludgy by comparison.
I did change the sensitivity on the controller.
It'd be different if you played it on as you did, like controller first. You wouldn't notice anything, but just going from keyboard and mouse to controller, it's just a nightmare.
Yeah, I can imagine if you're used to the keyboard and mouse on that. I can understand why most people would think that is a keyboard and mouse game as well. But I've just never been that proficient with it. Never really got into the keyboard and mouse, if you see what I mean. I know why it would be better for sure, because it's fast paced. You want to be able to swing around quickly, because they always creep up on you in that game as well, don't they? You know what I mean? You've got to separate them out is the key to that game. You can't just go in and there's like 8 of them, or even 2 or 3 of them just around you. You've got to sort of tactically think about each room, which is the thing I love about the game. Like you've got to sort of try and just think about them, like get him a bit further away so you can take him down, and then you've got to be moving all the time. You've got to sort of like strafe around them. You've got to use everything in your ability to do that in the game to actually to beat the game. And by the end of it I was back into it, but it does take a bit of work. Like if people just jump into that game and then play for like 10 minutes and then give up on it, then they haven't really given it a chance, because it does take that like acclimatization sort of period to get used to the pacing and how it works. So I recommend checking out the Ghost Runner 2 demo. I did play the full demo and the bike bits at the end, and it was really fun actually. Did you end up finishing the demo, or did you just play this?
I finished.
Fantastic.
I finished it. Yeah. So the bike stuff is good.
Yeah, it's quite fun actually, isn't it? Yeah, they old skipping around, because it's still got the same sort of pace thing to it, hasn't it? Where you have to be like on high alert to sort of move around and everything. And it was a pretty cool moment when he gets to the bike as well. One of the things I love about the game as well is just I quite like the voice of the Ghost Runner. He's just pretty cool, and he just
it's quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. He's just like, I don't know, just something about it. It makes you feel quite a badass, essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's two girls like talking in it this time rather than the other guy, which I'm not too sure how I feel about the back and forth thing at the moment. I know they're probably trying something a bit different with that, but yeah, gameplay wise feels good. For some reason, I didn't kind of think it looked better than the first game for some random reason. I don't know how you felt about that.
I think it looks the same. Like I don't think. Like the first game looked great anyway.
Yeah, amazing.
So I think from the visuals, and then also obviously, you know, the fact that apart from certain elements, it's not really doing anything new gameplay wise. I think, and the time actually they've taken to develop this, it's like a very iterative sequel, you know, which is good because it's meant that they could get a second game out very quickly.
Yeah, definitely. The only thing that maybe I was just going to interrupt you. I was just going to say the only thing that made me think it might be a step up is because they had they got bought, didn't they? I think by Epic or somebody. Someone purchased them. Someone,
wasn't it?
So I thought there might be more investment in it to make it. But you know, I don't know why.
It still looks great.
It does look amazing. I just feel like for some reason it's slightly less good for me, but it might be my PC just happened to. But I did have everything pretty high and like. I was at 1440p obviously, and it was running well, but it didn't feel like it was just. It didn't feel like it had much like dynamics to the look of it, if that makes any sense. But you know, it's still not quite out anyway. But maybe, you know, reserve judgment on that, but it's still look good.
It's a good looking game.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's a great game. Check out the first Ghost Runner as well, guys, because you can get that really cheap, and it's an amazing game. Definitely one of my favourites for the last few years. But yeah, we have been talking a lot about what we've been playing. Actually, we should probably get moving. But yeah, there's nothing else you wanted to mention games-wise that you've been playing, or guys, all good to go? Move on. Yep.
I think we are good to go.
All good to go. Fantastic.
Just reiterate that Cocoon is amazing. So
definitely, yeah. I mean, just quickly say, I've seen so many great reports on it, so I feel like I'm missing out. I need to get on that, especially if the excitement I had, you know, and obviously with the lead gameplay designer of Inside, you know, he's probably a lot of the reason why that game was so good in a sense. So you can see probably why Cocoon's so good.
It's funny though, because I was thinking about this and I was like, it's like obviously Limbo, Inside, two of the best indie games ever made. I mean, certainly even within my top like selection of games ever. Yeah. But actually the gameplay mechanics stuff it's quite simple. You know what I mean? Like it's engaging. It's really well done, but it's quite simple. It wasn't like that sold me on Cocoon. But then when you actually play the game, the mechanics that are in that game are absolutely unbelievable. Like it's doing gameplay stuff that I haven't seen anybody do probably ever. I know Scott's finished it, so he could probably speak more to it. But just the nature of some of these puzzles is like mind bending, and the core mechanic is just so unbelievably clever, and makes you really sit there and think really hard about how you solve like the puzzle that's in front of you. Yeah,
that's cool. And I've heard it's only like one button as well, which is an incredible feat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all one. Yeah, it's just literally A. For everything, if you're playing on an Xbox controller, it has these like boss battles that are each one's different, and you still interact. You interact with them in different ways. But the control scheme remains the same. It's just so like that core mechanic is just, you like when you play it, it's actually one of the most next gen feeling things I think I've played, like oddly enough, like from this little indie studio.
Amazing.
It's incredibly cool. But yeah, so people should definitely play it.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's great to see it doing so well. Really good stuff. Geometric Interactive is the server, isn't it now? Yeah, is that the name of them? Yeah, cool.
I think that's the name of them.
Geometric, and they're obviously published by Annapurna. So once again, another great game from them. That is right, isn't it, Annapurna, I believe? Yeah, I've not gone mad, I don't think. Yeah, cool. Thank you very much. Cool. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to be getting on. I'm pretty sure I'll love it. It's right up my street, and, I was looking forward to it for a long time. But yeah, I'm glad to see so many people checking it out and loving it as well, from people not necessarily who always play a lot of indie games as well too. So yeah, it's great stuff. And yeah, nice one, Scott, on finishing it. You've beat us to it. It's a nice one, buddy. I hope you enjoyed it. Good stuff. I'm glad to hear. I will love it. Thank you. Good stuff, guys. Okay, well, thank you very much to everyone who's joining us. We're going to get into the topics now. So I'm just going to quickly shout out a few of you guys quickly. Scott in the house, Dragon Wolf, Pixel Slabber, Pope Art back in the house. Thank you for being here, buddy. Yep, and everyone else who's joining us. Let's dive into the first topic, and that is basically EGX 2023. So I don't know how we'll dive into this, but we'll just have a chat about, it doesn't have to be long. We can let it be as long as it wants to be. Essentially, if we want it to be a long topic, we can talk for a long time. But, obviously this week is EGX week. Going to switch that over to the right topic firstly. This week is EGX week, guys, so it's going to be running from the 12th to the 15th. I think the days are. It's Thursday to Sunday, 4-day event. As many of you guys who follow the channel on the regular will probably know, I've been to this event a few times now. I think actually, so I went last year, and 2019 I think I skipped 1 year when it was near the COVID, the first time back from COVID time. So I was a bit like, I think I'll let them get back to full strength, and also, I don't want to really get COVID at that point. So I thought I'd let that happen. But I feel like, the year after that I went, and then it was, it was good. And I feel hopefully this year will even be better, because, this should be at full strength by now. It's of course the biggest convention, gaming convention in the UK. And and it's just an awesome time to get together with friends and meet people who in the community. And this time, like I say, meeting Luke and Meisuko for the first time at the event. So I am incredibly excited for that. Even if it was an empty room, I think I'll be excited for that, if you know what I'm saying, guys. But even more excited for the fact that we're going to be there checking out some awesome upcoming games. There's retro games there, there's all sorts of stuff going on, and I'm just excited basically, guys. So and as Dragon Wolf alludes to in the chat, they're looking forward to some vids. I will definitely be doing some content on it, potentially some interviews. There's some games there which I definitely want to talk to the developers on. I think the publisher might be there for a couple of them, where it's the ones I wanted to check out, but they can hopefully speak for them. But hopefully I'll do a few interviews and, see what happens. I won't promise what kind of content it's going to be, because I might just see how it goes, but I might do a little bit of on-camera stuff, but I can't promise you that, guys. But I'm going to do my best to deliver you the goodness from EGX. So yes, let's just have a little chat with the guys about this then. Actually, firstly, I just want to say, anyone who's going to EGX, definitely let me know in the chat, definitely let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you, and, get together, all that sort of thing. But Luke, bro, how are you feeling? You feeling good about EGX? Have you been following the coverage on Twitter and stuff like that? You've been keeping an eye out for what's being shown? Anything you're excited for in particular, or?
No, I've been following it since they started announcing stuff that was coming.
Nice.
And I think the lineup looks really good this year, actually. I think they've got a good mix of kind of some bigger projects, some bigger games, and then a bunch of really, really cool indie games as well that I'm looking forward to checking out there.
Awesome.
And just obviously generally just excited to go, right, to meet you and Meisuko as well, which would be really cool.
That touches my heart greatly. That's a beautiful thing, that is.
It's beautiful.
That is a touching thing, and you will see photos of us, I promise you that, guys.
Yes. So that'll be cool. I always like going back to London as well. I lived there for a few years. So that'll be nice. I'm really looking forward to it. I think, as you say, like they had a couple of years where I guess, they were, generally like convention stuff in terms of the playable game selection is changed a lot, since COVID. But I feel like this year they've kind of picked it up a bit. You know, like it feels like they've really tried. Not that they didn't, older shows. But you know, just the range of stuff that's there is really cool, and they've got some really cool panels as well.
Yeah.
This year, so really looking forward.
Alan Wake, one of you,
yeah.
I thought
Sam
you were
Lake's going to be there, so I hope my Suko will be there as well. For that one.
Whoa! Well, that's nice that Finnish companies represented there.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Fellow countrymen. I won't be able to tell you apart because you sound so similar to Sam Lake.
It's always so easy to spot out Finnish people when we are talking in our rally English.
Actually, maybe that's what. Maybe Meisuko standing in. Maybe.
I was literally thinking about it today because I was watching some interviews with Sam Lake last week. I just find like Meisuko the same, like really, really pleasant to listen to Finnish people speaking English. I don't know what it is, but the cadence of how you deliver like the language is just really, really nice. So I was like, this he could basically just be Meisuko. Tag out, but exactly. but yeah, I'm really looking forward to that anyway because nice. just to see Sam Lake and obviously talk about Alan Wake 2, which I really can't wait for.
Is that on the Friday? Is that one? Do you know?
Yes, yeah, that's on the Friday.
Must be nice.
We've got some other cool panels. So I'm sure you're booked out for that one.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
and I'm just looking forward to like the other stuff like the Res Zone and you know obviously the Retro Zone as well and all that sort of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to my flight, which is like super early. Friday morning. I'm gonna have to be at the airport at like 5:30, but in the morning.
The same for me.
Yeah. So we'll both have a kip. You know, some point like NG just go around and do some stuff. We'll just have a nap. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it.
That's awesome, bro. I love that excitement. Now I'm even more excited. That's great to hear. It's looking really good actually this year. They have mixed in a bit of cool AAA stuff, like there's the new Mario, isn't there? A new Sonic, the sort of retro looking one, which is what's that called?
Superstars.
Yeah, Superstars. That's looking cool. I'd definitely like to check that one out. There's what else they got on the AAA? So they got Call of Duty, haven't they?
They've got I think my most anticipated one is probably Super Mario Wonder.
Yeah, that's definitely a pretty cool one. And apparently Mario and Luigi are going to be there walking around for photos, so it's always nice.
Start fighting with them just for the memory.
Definitely wrestle them.
So they've got that. I think they've got Persona 3 Reload there as well.
Yeah.
And I think one of the Persona 5 projects. I can't remember which one. They've also got Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
That's right, yeah. Because they got a Sega area, haven't they?
They got a big Sega area. And I think there's others as well, which I
they got Forza, the new Forza, but that's out anyway.
That'll be out.
But I think they've got that on a proper rig though, which is going to be quite cool. I think they might have it in a sort of like a car chassis sort of thing. They've had that before.
Okay. All right,
it's like the steering wheel and stuff. So I think that might be quite cool to check out. I'm pretty sure that's what they'll do with it because they had that previously. So they had an F1 car previously. So on a different. So I reckon they'll probably do it's the same people maybe doing the Forza. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty sweet. So they got some good AAA's. Got some good indies as well. I'm hoping for a few more to still trickle through because they're still announcing stuff. I mean, for me, like a couple of them which I'm really excited about is Bow Path of the Teal Lotus, which has been mentioned a few times on this channel, which is a Metroidvania, like the Japanese looking Metroidvania, sort of inspired by Japanese folklore, which I'm really excited to try out. So it's obviously got Hollow Knight sort of inspiration and stuff like that in that game. And there's another one which I featured in my upcoming video from Showcase Season, and that was the samurai one. Oh my god, it's
the samurai.
Yeah, my brain. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So
that looks really cool.
Definitely looking forward to checking out the one with the stop motion sort of
Spirit of the Samurai.
Spirit. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's it. Spirit of the Samurai. My brain is letting me down today. But yeah, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to checking that out because I think it's his first showing as well in public in a sort of a demo sense. So yeah, it'd be cool to check out. There's a couple of stands which are going to be nice. There's like there's a P-Cube stand which seem to have quite a few awesome indie games there, like I think it's called, is it Knight versus Giant or something, which is just released. It's like a roguelike game that looks really cool, that game. But yeah, there's quite a lot. But let's first actually just go over to Meisuko and see his general feelings about EGX. How are you feeling about it, but are you looking forward to it?
Well, you cannot hype it more because in indie you have been talking it to high heavens from the first day that I have known you.
Oh God, the pressure's on now. If it lets you down, then it's all my fault.
No, I'm sure that it's going to be a fantastic event, and like Luke was saying, that it's going to be so nice to meet people there. Meet legends there, and the thing about like in indie you were saying some time ago, like that this kind of in-person events, that you get so much more out of it because you get to talk with the developers and get a little bit sneak peek
100%.
behind what is going in their brain when they are developing the games. So I think it's really cool to see and talk with the developers. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Fantastic, buddy. Yeah, so that's a great point about the chatting to developers. That's always one of my favorite things to do. Actually, it's just you get amazing insight. It's very unique, especially when it's obviously these indie devs and stuff. You're often talking to the person who's maybe solo developer or like a small team, but it's just they love talking to you about it because they want feedback, they want direct feedback. So it's a great sort of thing to be able to just actually chat directly to them just after you've played their game, and they can't wait to hear from you from it, and you can't wait to sort of chat to them and hear about what they've done with it. In my opinion, that's how I feel about it. But yeah, it's cool. I think that's a great shout.
Yeah, and it's like this bow game. That's a Taiwanese developer, so he's coming pretty far away.
Yeah, so actually they're not going to be there. It's going to be the publisher on that one. But Humble Games, the publisher. They've got a good little.
All right.
Yeah, so that's the only problem with EGX. Sometimes it's a bit too far for different developers to come across. Well, sometimes that's why maybe you don't get such a showing that you might get like a PAX or something. I think there is a bit of a thing there, but where sometimes they don't cross the waters. They don't want to come over to our little country, if you know what I mean. It's people in that neck of the woods. But yeah, no, like it's good that they've got the publisher they're going to represent, and Humble were doing really good stuff. They did a Ghost Song and they
definitely have been stepping it up.
Yeah, they've been doing some great stuff lately, and they're really cool. Actually, they invited me to a little sort of screening of their showcase a while back, so I watched it through Discord.
That's promising.
That was nice. Yeah, so they're really nice people, and yeah, it was cool being able to watch it with a group.
I wonder how much I'm able to tailgate you to all sorts of places.
Oh no, I'm not that. I'm not that. I definitely haven't got any power, I'm afraid. I'm just a nobody, I'm afraid. So don't get those expectations wrong. Meisuko's the big dog. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, but I haven't really got anything set up this time. Like last time I did have something set up with Thunderful to do a little meeting with them and a tour of their thing, but I haven't really got anything set up this time. I might actually, because I did get an email about Humble's EGX representation, so they've got like 4 games I think, and it said let us know if you want to discuss anything, so I might contact them back before just to see if there's any. They sometimes do slots and stuff like that, so it's like you can go and have an interview at that point or whatever. So I might actually contact them because I definitely would quite like to do an interview with them on that game, if any, if you see what I mean. And also like Spirit of the Samurai, I'm definitely, you know, up for that. There is a lot though, so I need to sort of like put my little sort of plan together, if you know what I mean, of the games. So because they keep coming through so late, I wish they kind of would have got them out a bit earlier, the list. But we've got Goat Force in the house. He heard the call for the roguelikes. I mentioned the Knight versus Giant, which I think literally came out very recently. And he said it was a really cool game, and I think you should check that game out, guys. It looks very cool to me, and he's giving it the thumbs up, so that's always a good thing. If the roguelike man himself is giving a roguelike thumbs up. So yeah, and check out Goat Force's channel for sure, guys. He's awesome, and he deserves to be, you know, growing at a ferocious rate. So give him some support over there on his channel. Good to see you in, buddy. But yeah. So yeah, it's just going to be cool to just soak it up together and, you know, and just enjoy, really. I think it's going to be a awesome time. And, you know, it's even more amazing that you're coming as well now, Maysuka. Obviously, I was super hyped that Luke is going to be here. And now you add to the Three Amigo tribe of us. So it's going to be awesome. But yeah, is there any games that you've kind of seen on that list that you're especially excited for? Or is it just sort of soaking up the full event? Are you doing go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been doing you know, research that much. I want to go the kind of blind there. I have been seeing, you know, the tweets that you have been retweeting from EGX, so I know few games that are going to be there. So
excellent.
I am curious, like you were mentioning, like this Humble Bundle and Thunderful are besides those indie publishers, are there going to be any other big ones?
So Thunderful, I don't think are going to be there this year. They were there last year. But as far unless they come through with a late announcement on it. But there is quite a few. There's one called P Cube, which it might not be that well known, but they have got quite a really,
I know that one.
Do you know that one?
Yeah.
If you look for them on Twitter, you'll see, and they've got quite a good lineup. Actually, I think they got like 5 games or something like that they're going to be showing off. I'm just need to refresh my memory actually, because if there's any, let me have a little look what they've got on the go in the oven. So they've got that Resistor game. Do you know that one, guys? It's the one we saw in a showcase a little while back. It's got like a sort of cell shaded art style, and it's a racing game. Does that sound familiar to anyone? Let me bring it up if it would be easier. I might have to find it actually on Steam, and then I will show you. But yeah, they got Resistor. Let me actually run through a few of the others they're going to be showing off. There's one which looks pretty cool. Let's see. They've got like a one called When the Light Dies, which is like a survivor sort of twin stick shooter style game. Kind of it looks pretty cool, like roguelike sort of vibes. I think it's actually a roguelite. That one maybe one for Goat Force to check out for sure. But yeah, that Resistor looks pretty cool. I'm trying to find the others now. Just fumbling. Oh yeah, they've of course got the Knight versus the Giant. That's them that will be showing that. So
yeah, they have a good lineup.
They got some good stuff actually. Which is cool. But yeah, like I'll tell you what, I can have a look through and get some games up. But yeah, anything for yourself, Luke, maybe that you're kind of specifically kind of looking forward to, or is there is it just a general kind of feeling of just wanting to absorb the whole thing and see how it goes, and sort of maybe even find something new there when you're there, or something like that kind of vibe?
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. Just trying to find something a bit, you know, maybe that I've seen or before but I forgot about, or that I've not seen ever.
Yeah, exactly. And, that's always the case.
Yeah, and kind of just experience that. I mean, there'll be a lot of games I'm sure that I've never even heard of, and I think that's the fun bit, kind of discovering something. Obviously, like I mentioned before, specific games I'm looking forward to playing there.
Yeah.
But I think that's the main thing, and yeah, I think the panels as well. Like, I think the panel stuff is really cool. They've got some really good stuff. So I'm looking forward to just experiencing that.
The panel stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Another game we forgot to mention, actually, which I'm excited to check out. I'm not going to check out all the AAA. Like, I definitely won't be checking out Call of Duty, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry, don't hate me. But yeah, I'm not waiting for Call of Duty. But yeah, there's one I will check out, probably anyway. And that is Prince of Persia, which is going to be there as well.
Yeah, I thought that was, yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
The 2D one. Yeah, that was really good, that. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, so that would be pretty awesome. Because it's got almost like, I think, indie sensibilities to it, I would say.
Very much so.
Yeah,
very much so. It looks very good. Very good.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so just gonna see if there is a whole list here. Let me just bring up a little cheeky. Let me do this for you. So yeah, let's bring up the page on EGX. On the EGX website. It's one way of doing it. Let me just make that full screen so you can't see all my tabs and stuff. Cool. So yeah, basically, this is a little scroll if it jogs your memory of anything. It's strange that they've got Elden Ring there, but they often do things like that and all these sort of older ones. I don't know why they do really, but sometimes to showcase off stuff. Like you got Left 4 Dead 2 there for. It's probably in a sort of
can't wait to play Fortnite.
Fortnite, exactly. It's just random, isn't it? Yeah, but it's in the PC free play area. I think it's a multiplayer area, if you see what I mean. So, which is quite cool. So you can jump on and
smoke them kids.
Smoke them kids, exactly. Yeah, that's what you're there for, isn't it? Main priority. But yeah, when you're talking about you seeing something new, one of the things where you're always going to find something you probably haven't heard of is the Left Field collection, and that's like really obscure games. So I think Meisuko might like that area quite a bit. But yeah, all three of us are.
Yeah.
So yeah,
have to focus there then.
Yeah. Well, that area is kind of they don't usually have like really elaborate sort of banners and stuff behind them like some of the other indie games in the res zone. They will usually have a bit more sort of like money spent on a nice banner and things like that, even though it's not spend loads, I suppose. But this area is the left field collection, and they usually do like a hand drawn sign or something, you know what I mean, just to make it look really basic. So you know what I mean. So it's embracing the sort of true sort of like indie. Left field. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it's but you find some quite quirky, unique games in there, like these ones that were Astro Protocol 2. I haven't heard of any of these. Although I did see Chasing the Unseen. I think it's kind of like a 3D running sort of exploration kind of game. But yeah, I won't go into them because I'm not clued up on them. But like I say, you've got these games in the Left Field collection, which is cool. Actually, this developer did reach out to me, Hermit and the Pig, I think, to check it out. So that was quite cool. And it does look cool, the art style on this one. Unfortunately, when I click on it, I don't think it actually takes us through to anywhere that decent. Which is another thing I do regret on the website here. I wish it kind of took you through to a trailer or something, but there we go. So marketing on these events, and every event we seem to watch these days, there's always holes in it for some reason. But yeah, they just need us on the case really. But yeah, there's quite a few. That is that Trepang? Is that how that's pronounced? Do you know Trepang or 2? But that's like a first-person shooter that's just come out, which looks actually really good.
That one sounds really familiar.
Yeah, it's just come out. I think it's a pretty cool game. It's Team 17, I think, who publish it. But yeah, that's the end. That's in the PC free play, so that's, I think, that's different. But yeah, for some reason it's been put there. So yeah, you got things like this, sometimes quirky sort of controllers and stuff. Like last year, there was like a teletext based game in the Left Field collection. I don't know whether Meisuko knows what teletext would be actually, but do you know what teletext is, Meisuko? Have you heard of teletext? No. That's cool. It's probably a UK thing. I don't know.
British legend.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's basically like an old thing where you used to look up the football scores on, essentially, back in the day, when you press like a button on your TV remote
remote. Come up with like it's almost like a colourful DOS
exactly
pages that would come up on your TV, and it would be like news headlines or the football scores.
Yeah, usually that's what people look up on there, isn't it? Or you could book holidays on there as well, couldn't you?
You could book holidays. Just after this, Meisuko, just go on Google teletext. And you'll basically see all you need to know about it.
You'll get the idea on that. But But yeah, no, it's good. I mean, like, there's a ton of stuff. Just flicking through, there's Bow in there. That's so Bow, and this Blood game looks cool. It's like a Cartoon Network art style, if you see what I mean. Which is can I zoom in a bit? Yeah, no, that's gone. But yeah, if you can see that from that, I probably should bring up a trailer on Steam or something. It would help if I could just click on it there. But yeah, that one looks cool. Blood is also a Humble Games one. This Billy Bust Up and the Bow one is, and also Miniko's Night Market. I think Miniko's Night Market might have just released. I think that might be up Meisuko Street in the kind of like, it's a bit like that game you showed us earlier on. If you see what I mean. But yeah, loads of games on this list. Mario, as we were talking about, one day I'd definitely be interested to see what that's like. It'd be cool if they had a Nintendo area and then all of a sudden Silk Song was in the area, wouldn't it? That would be pretty sweet.
And then you woke up.
then I woke up, yeah, exactly. It has been at EGX before though, but I think it's changed a lot since then, if you know what I mean. But yeah, loads of games. That's that Resistor one. I don't know if that rings any bells to you guys. When I was talking about the sort of like cell shaded one, Full Void. I don't know if this is meaningful stuff to anyone, but there's a lot of games basically there to check out. And there's my Spirit and the Samurai. Robo Beat looks really good. On the Precinct, that looks really good as well. Precinct is made by the developer of American Fugitive. I don't know if any of you guys remember that game. It's a kind of like almost like top-down, kind of inspired by, I would say, like old school GTA almost, like, because you're on the run and stuff like that. And the Precinct looks like it's almost the same, but it's been leveled up quite a bit. It looks actually really nice. We saw it in one of the showcases. I don't know if you remember. But yeah, give it a little cheeky look. I'm definitely checking that one out. Robo Beat is a fast-paced sort of first-person shooter, sort of one that I think, again, Luke would love. I think you check Robo Beat out. I think you'll like that one, Luke. It's Rhythm as well, which is cool. But yeah, it looks pretty damn awesome. I think it's like might have rogue elements in it, but yeah, Robo Beat looks awesome. I'll definitely be checking that out. But yeah, hopefully they're going to add some more as well. We've got Forza Motorsport there. Obviously, that's coming out tomorrow, is it? Did you buy the pre look at it? Yeah.
No, you didn't? No. I just changed my region to.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I was gonna say wow, that is naughty. Or just clever.
Yeah. Well, it's only one day. It's only one day.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. Where am I going? I shouldn't be here, should I? Sorry, guys. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, basically lots of games. And like you mentioned, in regards to, it being so I'm just trying to put it back to where I was. With regards to it being obviously an event, the great thing about these events is you find new stuff all the time. Like, I remember even like last time, I'd still not seen all of the games by the end day, and I was like having a go on the last one. I remember the last game I played was a game called Hack. I don't know if you've seen that game. It's Haak. And yeah, it's a really cool game. It's like a Metroidvania sort of 2D game, which is doing really well actually. But at the last point, I was just trying games out still, and I'm still finding something awesome at the end. So yeah, there's so many hidden joys to discover. And yeah, it just looking forward to that really. But yeah, so is there anything else you'd like to talk about with EGX stuff, guys? Did you want to go into any more about what's what? Obviously, we've got lots of conversations to have, but we don't want people stalking us, so letting us know our whereabouts and stuff like that. And my room number and stuff, guys. That's only for the VIPs. But yeah, so anything else you wanted to mention at all, guys?
Well, no, I'm just super excited to go there because it's going to be my first like real gaming convention. So I have never seen this kind of before, and not to this scale. Like this must be a huge hall that this whole show is.
Indeed, yeah. It's like what they have is like a big like hall, and the thing is, when you get there, you probably think like, well, this is me anyway, this is what I first thought, it's probably only gonna be like a few halls in the XL, and is not. The XL is ginormous, so yeah, it's one hall in a many big halls basically, as like Luke knows. But yeah, I don't know why you sort of get in your head that it's going to be like not that many, like maybe 3 halls that are going to be, but yeah, no, there's loads. So there's probably other stuff going on at the same time from different industries and stuff. But yeah, in the hall where it will be situated, they have one long rectangular kind of hall, like aircraft hangar kind of thing, and then they have if they set it up the same as last time, at the end they have a big curtain at the end, which is where like the theatre is, which is where they'll do, you know, the EGX theatre they call it, so you know, where they'll do those presentations with, you know, like Sam Lake and all that sort of thing, you know what I mean? So those kind of things. Any others that I've forgotten about with regards to what they're going to be doing on the theatre? Do you know, Luke? Obviously, you mentioned the Alan Wake one.
I think there's a few. There's the ones that stuck out to me anyway. There's a Fable 2 retrospective with Peter Molyneux.
That's right, yeah.
So that'll be really cool, actually.
Yeah.
And I think there's 25 years of Banjo-Kazooie as well, and I think Grant Kirkhope is there for that one.
Cool. That's really cool.
Which is cool. There's other ones as well. There's some really like quirky, weird ones.
Yes. Yeah, that's
like,
it. Yeah.
Just I'll be interested to see what they're like. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so there's. I'm trying to think what the other ones are, but those were the panel ones at least that stuck out to me. I'll have another look.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think that's, you know, we'll have the put together a little action plan. I don't know, but obviously going in and just soaking up to one good way. But I quite like to have a little action plan, a mini one, if you know what I mean, just to get the best out of it and all that. But yeah, like yeah, that's a cool part of it. And usually what you have is that far end, they have that curtain, you go through to that area, and it's like a big seated area where you watch, obviously, like it's a theatre kind of thing. And then near that area, they usually have like the retro area as well, and the big PC LAN area sort of thing where you play, you know, multiplayer aspects and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully they got some cool arcades there. Like last year they had some really cool ones, like, you know, the Space Invaders, all the original stuff, and they had Sega Rally, which was pretty cool. But yeah, it's cool. I like just doing that sort of thing. What they do actually is on the Saturday night, if it's the same again, is they have the after hours as well, which you can just hang about and drink beers and stuff like that, which is quite cool. And they leave the arcades on, and and usually some of the developers might just join you as well and stuff, if you know what I mean. But yeah,
I think that's I think the after hours one's open Thursday and Friday as well.
Oh really? They're doing it all. Oh cool, that's great.
So the 3 days,
oh, that's nice actually. That would be really good then. So yeah, we can check that out.
Solid £8 for a beer.
Do they charge you to come into the after hours on it, or?
No, I mean for the beer.
Oh, for the beer. Sorry, yeah. I bought our hot dog was £10 last time, so yeah, prepare yourself.
But get your pounds ready, my Suko. Ready.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, it's more than the flight. Just have a drink. Yeah, so definitely is. Yeah, it can be quite expensive, the food inside the hall, but there's like a million different food places, by the way. Yeah, so if even like inside the XL, like you can just walk around in there. There's like restaurants everywhere. There's like easy places just to grab food and all kinds of stuff that you can imagine. But yeah, and then obviously beyond the XL there's more as well. But yeah, if you're looking for something for lunch, it's nice and easy to just grab something. But yeah, it can be a bit expensive, but you know, it's to be expected, I suppose, if you like, because there's some food halls inside the actual inside the actual EGX hall. They tend to be a little bit more, I think, but yeah, fun times.
Need to keep me away from the merch.
Yeah, that's a great show. So I was going to mention that. That's another big area they have there, which is slightly sort of working my way back from where, you know, the theatre, then the retro, then you got like merch area. Actually, that's quite a good timing, Luke. Usually, I'm just.
At least, Luke, you are not physically able to carry all of those huge statues.
Exactly. He'll be asking me to ship them over for him.
But like, if you just ship that one over, take it back in the car.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
I have to get one of those. boat shipping crates.
Yeah, exactly.
like
Yeah,
a
container.
pallet.
Yeah.
I only have a backpack, so it's only things that can fit in there.
That's cool. Yeah.
So,
Well, if you need to store anything in our room, it's gonna be because Meisuko and me have got a double room together, by the way.
Yeah, it's going to be a special night.
Exactly. Candlelit dinner planned and everything, so don't get too jealous.
This is why I'm not staying near the XL.
Oh, that's why you avoided. You're worried about that.
That's why I'm away.
Yeah, that's fair enough. No, so yeah, we'll be doing that. Obviously, we are in different rooms and stuff, right? In case you're getting worried. But yeah, we're both in the same hotel, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you need to dump anything, obviously we're moving off of the topic here a bit, but if you need something, we've got our hotel right nearby, so we'll be able to pop nice and easily to it from where we are there. But yeah, it's a nice setup. I enjoy it. If anyone else is thinking about EGX, I recommend it. Stubbs, you will go there one day. Even though you said you hate it on your podcast pretty much. We'll just call you out right now. But yeah, so it's just going to be a good time, isn't it? Like, soak it up. And we'll obviously, you've got myself and Luke have got the creator pass, which is pretty exciting. What have you gone for on that, Meisuko, by the way? Have you gone for early entry? I've just forgot to ask you, actually.
Yeah.
Nice.
I picked up early entry for both days. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's a good plan, buddy. Makes a lot of sense to get the early entry because, that between 10 and 11, it means there'll be less people, obviously, in, of course. And then the 11 o'clock people, that more get let in. So if you're thinking of trying out a game, which is a more popular one, head to that one in the first hour is recommended. So,
I think out of those bigger games, like I'm interested, the Atlas games and maybe Yakuza game, but let's see.
Yeah, exactly. See how it goes. Give it a variety, and can mix it up a bit and see what you fancy, isn't it? Really. But yeah, no, it's gonna be awesome time. It's gonna be awesome time. Stubb says one day. He's teasing us now. It's keeping us on the hook. Yeah, you did say that 2 years ago, though, mind you. So, but yeah, that would be pretty cool. For again, like Dragon Wolf, hopefully next year. As many people as possible there, but. Meisuko, obviously that's your name. I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say Master Mayhem. Sorry, Meisuko is your name. Master Mayhem will also be there if you guys know Master Mayhem. He's always going. So and Removable Sanity will be there. Lots of people will be there. So be cool to say hi to some other folks as well when we're there, and Lou as well from Master Mayhem's crew. That all those guys. They'll all be there and all that, which is nice. They're always great guys to chat to. So it's just going to be nice to hang out. I might just put a tweet out or something and see if anyone responds to it, just saying if you're there, let us know, meet up and all that sort of thing. Because I always have this regret after that I didn't meet up.
That I was just about to say that our game plan should be to find out Removable Sanity, because he's going to be the easiest person to find in the whole
you
convention.
Don't even need to, you don't even, he'll be there. yeah, exactly. Is it? Do you know what day he's going, or?
Thursday.
Is he just going one day?
Thursday.
Is he?
Yeah.
Just the one. Yeah. Cool. Oh, so that means Luke, you'll be on the Friday, and we'll be there on the Thursday, won't we, Meisuko? So yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Good stuff. So as far as soaking it all up, I'm very excited for it. Extracurricular activity may occur as well. If that makes any sense. Outside of what's on the agenda, you never know. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm just looking forward to everything we do. It's going to be awesome, and bring it on, basically. But yeah, as far as EGX, like I say, it's on Thursday is the first day. I I was tempted to almost sort of do some sort of like live thing from the show, but it's just going to be probably a bit too much to do from the sort of hotel room in the evening and that, because we probably just want to chill and relax and enjoy anyway. But yeah, I might just, do the normal things, do a bit of interview of a developer and stuff like that. And and maybe a little vlog if I have the balls, basically, is what it will come down to probably, because I'm geared up for it, and a little walk around, a little mini vlog might be on the cards, but I'll see. But yeah, anything else, guys, you wanted to talk about with regards to EGX, and then we'll move on, if not, to the final Steam Next Fest. But anything else you wanted to talk about with regards to EGX?
I think that covers it pretty well.
That covers it. Yeah, we'll have a lot more to say about it on the other side, I think. So,
I think so.
Yeah, it'd be cool to reconvene as well after for another show if you guys are up for that. But yeah, once we're back and settled back in and all that. But yeah, so sure we'll have some reports. That's definitely something I'd like to do, is do a little roundup of it, of course. So yeah, we'll let you know the hottest games we check out and all that sort of thing from EGX when we are done with it. But yeah, stay tuned to the channel, guys, for any EGX content, and that will be coming your way, basically. So yeah, fantastic, cannot wait. It's one of the most fun things to do. Like I say, Meisugo's put a lot of pressure on me now, saying how much it's going to be awesome and all that, which for me it is always awesome, but it's going to be even more awesome this year, because this time I get to hang out with you two guys, because two of my favorites in the community, obviously great friends, so that's going to be awesome to me. But also checking out the games together and everything, so I just think it's going to be a great time. So hopefully it doesn't disappoint for you, Meisugo.
No, there is zero chance that it would disappoint me, because like you said, meeting mates there and having a great time together, so it's I cannot see that it's going to be a bad time.
Definitely, buddy. Yeah, no, fantastic. What I'll do, if you want, I can drop a link in the chat, by the way, guys, if you wanted to check out what games are going to be there. But they're always adding more up to the day. So best way, actually, is to go to EGX on Twitter, actually. And you can check it out through that. What I'll do is I'll get that link for you and just drop that into the chat, because I can see some of you guys asking about who's there and all that. And shout out to Aaron Summers, who is actually asking that question. It's great to see you in, my friend. That's code for booze. That's correct, my friend. I'm glad no one thought the extracurricular activity was something else, like the Dodge. We're not like that, promise, even though I said about the candlelit dinner. But yeah, no, that would be probably a few drinky poos and all that sort of stuff. But fun times in either way. So let me just grab that, pop that in the chat, and we'll move on to the final topic in a second. So yeah, if you want to check out EGX on Twitter, just give them a follow, and they're, like I say, always posting about what's going to be shown at the showcase and the convention. And yeah, feel free to have a check of what they've announced already on their feed. Cool. So yeah, let's move into the final topic of today, guys. My excitement is already through the roof now. It's staying at a high level for EGX, but Steam Next Fest is also running at the moment, which is also an amazing thing. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get a chance to check that out. It's just such a shame that it gets put on at the same time as EGX. It's just so annoying, but it's just the way it goes, I guess. Yes, but let's move over to the Steam Next Fest, shall we? And have a look at what's going on with that, because it's basically a Steam Next Fest time of that again, and it is started today at 6 p.m, so not too long before the show it kicked off. But I know Meisugo has already made a start on a couple of the games. But basically, if you don't know what Steam Next Fest is, it's a big old fest of upcoming indie game demos. There are a few bigger games in there, actually. There's RoboCop in there as well, although that's probably more double A, I would probably say. Would you agree with that, Luke? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Who's making that? Do you know?
It's the same. I can't remember.
Is it the Terminator developer?
Yes, it's Terminator devs. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so it's good shout. So that's in there, but there's a ton of games in there showcasing awesome indie games. So if you have Steam, this is the time to download as many as possible. They're usually very small files, which is the great thing, unless you're downloading RoboCop, which is about 38 gigabyte, just to let you know, because I decided not to download it for that reason, which is a bit weird, but maybe I'll do it at a later point. But yeah, it was just before the show. I was thinking, should I download it? And I thought, no, I don't want it downloading while I'm doing the show or whatever. But so sidetracking majorly, apologies. Let's have a little look. I'm just going to have a little scroll through what the Steam Next Fest is for you guys. So if you don't know what it is, like I say, this is the Steam page. Got a ton of games, and I've got a few on my wish list here that they're showing, which are really good ones. This one in particular, Anima Flux, is looking amazing. American Arcadia has popped up in the old Steam Next Fest as well. If you guys remember this one, it's basically the Truman Show, the game. If you say that's what the vibes I'm getting from it anyway. It's like a TV show where you're sort of like unaware. I think that it's taking place basically like say Truman Show, and you have to keep a certain popularity level to stay relevant, otherwise they are looking to take you out. I think that's part of the premise, but yeah, it looks really cool. I like the idea of it.
What was the previous game from this?
That's a good question.
Developer?
Just what I was going to say, actually, funny enough, they're Out of the Blue is the developer, and they developed the Sea game.
Okay.
What's it called again? Something of the Sea.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I've totally forgotten now. I'm gonna have to click on it and find out for you, because it's really annoying. My brain's not quite kicking into play today. Call of the Sea. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty damn cool. As that game was very well made game, I think, and
it was.
So hopefully it will bode well for this one to be a really nice title as well. But yeah, that's one of the games I was definitely excited to see pop up in this. I don't know why it keeps snapping down there, but yeah, these are ones from my particular wish list. So Anima Flux, this looks rather cool in my opinion. Definitely up my street. Let's let that flow for a little bit. You've got The Last Faith, which I believe Luke might have checked out potentially. Yeah. What did you think of it?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. They had a demo. This is a second demo. I think it's probably the same demo.
Yeah, probably.
But I'm not too sure.
Yeah, was it like a beta demo, the one you played?
Yes, it was. They labeled it as a beta.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, it was cool. Yeah,
nice,
really fun. It's kind of like it plays a bit like Blasphemous. If anybody's played that, but
cool.
It's a bit more involved than Blasphemous is. But yeah, it's really cool.
Blasphemous, eh? Yeah, I do. It's blasphemy. Sorry, that's bad. But yeah, Blasphemous. I'm not even going to go into it. But yeah, I like the game, but it's just the themes. Once again, let's leave it there. But The Last Faith is looking awesome. Flashback 2 as well. That is definitely a pretty cool thing. This is on my wish list as well. You guys must remember the original Flashback, right?
Yeah.
Some stuff. This is cool. There's a new Flashback on the way. But yeah, that's in the demo list as well. Actually, I won't press download now. I'm live, so it might cause issues. But Go Mecha Ball is definitely a game I recommend checking out. It looks fantastic. Fast-paced, sort of like you're rolling around, but there's sort of gun mechanics, and it's a roguelike basically. This one looks awesome. I swear there's a lot of good games. Ghost Runner 2 is in there as well, which was already on there, I think. But this one here looks pretty cool, which I saw on Twitter, which Simulacross. How would you pronounce that, Luke? Simulacross.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks rather cool, this one. Definitely one of the ones I would give a thumbs up to. Obviously, it's on my wish list. I'll click on a few of these in a minute. Paper Trail's on there as well. Shout out to Meisuko. You played that, didn't you, I think?
The which one?
Paper Trail?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Yes. I had a wish listed also because I think it was this year's indie game show season that this was shown up on some of your shows, if I remember right.
Yes, it was. When it was on one of ours. Did you say we watched? Did you? Yeah, it was. This one was at WASD. If I don't know if that was what you were referring to.
It could be. It could be.
But it was also at probably another event as well. But yeah, basically, it's you fold in the paper, aren't you? It's like a puzzle game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice art style.
So, yeah, first I thought that this would be, like Gorogoa, a little bit like that kind of game.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's actually not full of symbolism like Gorogoa. So it's more traditional puzzle game with some like basic plot to it. So it's not going to be like let's say this kind of symbolism is a good word to use for Gorogoa.
Yeah, not deeper thing. So it's a bit.
Yeah. It might have some nice plot twist to it that the demo doesn't show, but I would say that the mechanisms are really good, working very well with this one.
Definitely.
And I can tell you that I was totally like lost with this game. Like it seemed like I was checking the puzzles and I was like, yeah, it should go like this, but I'm not making it happen. So it's like it looks like super simple, and normally when you do it, you are like, it actually worked like that. It's like it's like
it's intuitive like, kind of thing.
Yeah, it is. So I think that this game has a chance to appeal for many gamers because it's not having like any obtuse puzzle mechanism to it, but it's really like it really makes sense, and it's just a matter of like do you really figure it out or not.
Yep. No, cool, fantastic. Yeah. So, would you recommend people checking out this one on the next fest, my friend?
Yeah, I would. As long as you like puzzles.
Yes.
If you are not a fan of puzzle games, this is not going to change it.
Absolutely. I know what you're saying. Cool.
Yeah, it's not. It has a good challenge to it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's see if I can put myself back. There is a shortcut. I've forgotten the shortcut for go back on the keyboard. Someone probably knows it in the chat. Let me just carry on. So let me just pass it over to you guys and just have a little chat about it. I can bring up some stuff as we do. But yeah, Luke, my man, are you looking forward to checking out any of these games before you head off to EGX? Do you think you have time? Is there anything that's grabbing your attention in the Steam Next Fest this time around?
I've not really had a proper look yet, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
not you. Really.
I don't really know. There will be stuff for sure that I'll check out. I mean, some of them like Last Faith, for example, and a couple of others. I've already played the demos of, and obviously these are kind of an additional one or the same demo. Obviously I did check out RoboCop, which was cool. But I will have a look before I go one day this week and probably just whiz through a couple of them.
Yeah, just have a taste.
Just a little taste of them and see what there is. But yeah, there's definitely some cool stuff as I'm scrolling through.
There is some pretty good ones,
different things.
Definitely, it's quite a strong showing. This time I think quite a good set of games. Seeing like I said, that Anima Flux, I definitely want to check that out.
Yeah, one of the games that I checked was this ETE.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I'll bring that up.
That one I checked also.
Cool. Let's have a little look for ET. Oh, it's ETE. Sorry, ETA. Like estimated time of arrival. I put. So this looks beautiful. So you checked this one out already?
Yeah. Yeah, this one I checked out. So this one was so the trailers that we had seen about this game, they didn't reveal that much about it at all. So actually, this works a little bit similar like that unfinished Swan that I was talking on Stubbs show a few weeks ago. So it has this, using this putting, so to say, this color to the world and getting this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know you mean, like, bringing it to life, like unveiling it, kind of thing. 3D painting of it. Yeah. So what was that game called again? Did you say what was that? Oh,
Unfinished Swan.
That's it. Yeah, sorry. That's it.
By the makers who made this, what remains of Edith Finch.
That's it. Yeah. Cool. This really does look beautiful, though. Yeah. So how does the mechanics work in this game?
So it's interesting. Like it has this similar mechanism how to bring everything to life, but mostly what I learned out that it's how would I say, this is one of those cozy games.
Yes.
That that there is a lot of this kind of you get to decorate your room and put all sorts of paintings on your rooms, and you are selling on your paintings on hipster cafe and so on. So
are you a hipster, Masuko?
I think it
is that what I should look out for? I bet you're a big time hipster. Don't you reckon, Luke?
Yes.
I will be coming with the biggest French scarf and
You've got one of those fancy beards and moustache. Good stuff. I look forward to finding out. Sorry, carry on, my friend.
Yeah. So basically, the painting part of this game is like it's actually made by this kind of how would I describe it? Like stickers. So when you are making the whole bringing everything to life, you will at the same time find objects in the world. And these objects you are able to use in your paintings. So you are able to manipulate them in the canvas, and after that you are able to take them to the hipster cafe and make a robbing there.
Nice. That sounds lovely, actually. Do you feel quite a relaxing kind of vibe to it?
Yeah. It's very relaxing, and it's I would say that this one is not necessary for artistic people, but more for people who like this cozy games where you are able to, decorate and do this kind of how would I describe it? Some kind of management part. So it's a little bit like those games, like somehow I got this idea that it's a little bit similar to Power Wash Simulator.
Okay,
maybe.
I think is that the sort of unveiling of it again? Like maybe because in Power Wash it's kind of satisfying, isn't it, to bring it from the dirt to the cleanliness of it. I suppose in this one, it's, this one you're bringing it from a silhouette to a detailed picture, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. It's it might resonate with similar
vibe,
people who like that one. Yeah.
I definitely see where you come from.
Yeah. So it's it's not like how would I describe it? It's like the mechanism are not like super like that you feel like you are really like they don't feel like super fluid. That it's not the main thing. Like, but it's more like relaxation and meeting these people in the cafes, in the market, and there was actually quite a lot of funny jokes in this game, and I think it will make people smile, but it's not going to be like it's not going to be a bigger game than a cozy game. Yeah,
it's like an intimate experience, kind of like. Yeah, I know what you mean. No, definitely looks lovely, and perfect palate cleanser potentially. Yeah. If you're looking for something in between to relax with, that's what the vibe I'm getting from what you've said as well. So, good stuff. So you checked out this one, and you checked out the Paper Trail as well. You say, is that the two you checked out so far?
Sorry.
So you checked out Paper Trail and this one. They're
yes,
the two.
These two.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Is there any others that you've got on your list to check out at all, or?
Well, I think that there was the Leica game that I was thinking that you would have been interested.
Yeah, like that was in the last Next Fest as well, I think. Was it Next Fest, Luke?
Really?
Yeah.
Did you try it then?
I didn't actually. Luke did. I think he didn't get on well with it actually. I think.
Yeah, I tried it, but I wasn't a huge fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you didn't find the mechanics that intuitive. Was that right?
Yeah, no, I think so. Judzilla tried it as well.
Yeah,
and he really liked it.
That's right. Yeah.
I really like the art style and the concept, but found it a bit awkward to control.
Yes.
It's all kind of bike riding along a 2D plane with combat interspersed, but it just didn't. I don't know. It didn't really mesh with me, but that's just me. So by all means, definitely give it a try.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have quite enjoyed it, but then I can understand exactly where you're coming from, because I do see what you're saying. I haven't played it yet, but I can. It's you have to play it in a very specific way. Of course, you're riding a bike. Then you've got like a 360-degree movement for shooting. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So it's 2D, but it's 360-degree reticule across the screen, and then you're doing that whilst you're riding the bike. And I don't know. I just felt it was a bit cumbersome. It may be one of those things where the more you play it, the more intuitive that becomes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I never usually struggle with control schemes or kind of mechanics. But I don't know. I just found that one a bit odd.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Is this?
You know what game it reminds me? It reminds me of that really old indie game called Elastomania.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it like always when I see trailers, it looks like the similar kind of chunk to it, like how it moves that bike.
Yeah. The latest trailer did look amazing. Again, it's a beautiful art style, isn't it? There's a lot of positives to it. So I mean, I will actually try it, I think, and just give it a shot.
It's definitely worth trying. I just think it may be divisive in terms of how it controls.
I would definitely see where you're coming from on that.
Yeah, I think if I will end up having time, I will also try it out, because this Elastomania, even if I say it's janky, it was one of those, because it's probably like 2 decades old or more.
Yeah.
So I still have good memories of it, and somehow always when I see this Leica, it looks like it's controlling the exact same way.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, fingers crossed though you enjoy it. But I guess like Luke said, I think it would divide the crowd for sure by the look of things. But thanks for letting us know that, Pixel Slapper. And let us know in the chat if you guys are going to be checking out any games. Shout out again to everyone who's hanging out with us. Aaron Summers says he is a big fan of RoboCop, so he's definitely going to try out that game. Aaron, did you decide if you are going to go to EGX? I saw you talking about it a little earlier on. I think you said that you weren't going to go when I spoke to you before, and you'd been before. I don't know if you've decided you might be going, or let us know if you are. Definitely be cool to meet up, but yeah, let us know in the chat if you decided you might go. That would be cool if you wanted to say hi at any point. But yeah, so yeah, I think RoboCop is an amazing film for me as well. It's like one of those incredible, just it's iconic type films, isn't it? You know what I mean? And like everything about it. I think it's worth it, even if the game isn't quite as good mechanically as you might have hoped. As long as it's serviceable and you can get the sort of, the vibes of. It's got the music there. Has it got the music there? Have you played?
Yes.
Yeah. That
so
kind of stuff.
It's very faithful. So
that's good.
It's got the music. It's got the kind of iconic designs.
Yeah.
Peter Weller is voicing RoboCop.
Oh, cool.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's just got a load of really, really great touches.
That's nice. Yeah.
And it's surprising. I mean, like, first of all, it's a really big demo.
Oh,
it's
really?
Like, I've not finished it. I've only put in like 10-15 minutes, but it's about an hour and a half.
Nice.
So there's a lot to do in there, and it's like when I saw the videos of it, what I thought it was just, pretty standard linear first person shooter. You go through your RoboCop, you shoot everything up. You've got an Auto 9 and that's your game.
Yeah.
But actually it's got like these kind of like, it's got like a hub area, and then you can go and investigate different things from that area. And you can choose the way in which you approach it. So it's got almost like immersive sim type stuff.
Nice.
I mean, not quite that level or anything, but
yeah,
it's quite surprising. Like, they've really not just gone, we'll just do a quick first person shooter cash in, which would be very easy to do for RoboCop, right?
Yeah, definitely.
They've actually put in some really awesome stuff in there, so I think that's cool. It's a good looking game as well. It's nice.
Definitely, yeah. No, it looks really cool, and like you get the vibe of the film very much from it. I find, it does, really feel like
when the music starts hitting and you're just absolutely murdering people with the Auto 9. It's great. It's worth it if you're a RoboCop fan for that.
Oh, definitely. That really like beefy sort of like soundtrack, if you know what I mean. Like, the sort of like sort of brassy, sort of strong brass, isn't it? I think they use, or whatever it's the iconic sound. But yeah, it looks very cool, and I mean, everything I see in the trailer, I think looks really great. Honestly, like, I think just looks very, like you say, faithful. It looks very much like it could be the film almost. You know what I mean? It's So I definitely will check it out for myself. I mean, if it doesn't like hold up like a 10 out of 10 in the gameplay, then as long as it's fun, I mean, as long as it's not broken and it does the job well enough, then I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun to enjoy, really, just as a RoboCop experience. But it's cool as well, because you kind of you feel like RoboCop in that your character's really heavy, right? He's basically a walking tank, and what I do like about it, I'm interested to see how this holds up throughout the course of the game, but you feel like very OP. You know what I mean? Right,
you feel like super, super strong, which you should do as RoboCop.
It's quite a weird one, isn't it? Because you should feel strong, but then it does need to be a bit of challenge, kind of, to the balance.
Exactly, It's like they're in a difficult position, because you should feel, it's just ridiculous.
Exactly,
But there needs to be like a challenge. I did notice, I think, as you get into the demo, they have like armored enemies, for example, so you can't just like blitz through them. But like a regular enemy, like, you basically just, your Auto 9 just like blows their head off with about 2 shots. Like, so you can pick people up, like grab them and throw them like entirely across a room and all that sort of stuff. So
nice.
It's cool. It fulfills the RoboCop fantasy.
Exactly. And all like the sort of, I don't know, it's like a steel mill or something like that. Is that what it's called? Steel mill. All those locations are like really accurate, aren't they? Sort of thing.
Yes. Yeah.
And the cars. Cool. I love the the sort of Detroit cop car. I don't know if that's how they are in real life back from that time or anything like that, but they look really cool in that black, don't they?
yeah. Like the whole kind of design of just, you know, the environments, this kind of like grimy, you know, cyberpunk sort of feeling that RoboCop did.
Exactly.
It's just super cool. It's really timeless, I think.
Yeah, it is, definitely. Is there any sort of characters on the antagonist side from the film or anything like that?
Not that I've seen so far, but I'm super early into it. So I do know it's an original. It's an entirely original story.
Oh, okay, cool.
So they've not just gone like, we'll just try and ape the movies. The first one, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
They've gone into some effort to make it a proper original tale, and again with Peter Weller as well, which is super cool.
That is cool.
So yeah,
nice.
Definitely give it a try.
Defo, good shout, buddy. Fantastic. Let's just put over here. I think I can work out how to get back. Nope. That's not the right shortcut. I keep trying to remember the shortcut to go back. There we go. So, yes, good stuff. Where was I? So Aaron says, not sure yet, to be fair, guys. All depends on the rabble I normally roll with to these events. No worries, buddy. Cool, but like I say, we'll be there if you want to hang out with anyone for a bit. But yeah, I understand you obviously want to go with your crew and all that sort of thing. But yeah, if you go, that's awesome. Hit us up in the old Twitters or whatever. And, we'll have to pop and say hi. Good stuff. Okay, so I was going to say another game which I noticed, which is on the Next Fest, which is not showing up on here on this particular. Oh, hang on a minute. There's Jasant, by the way. Me and Luke did a little video on that you might be aware of. So that's in the list. But I think that was already in the demo anyway, but that's pretty cool that that's in there as well, just to give it a little bit of a showing to, as a through the Next Fest kind of thing. So not too long for Jasant to come out, actually. That's in there. Yeah, there's this another Crab's Adventure, which is like a Souls-like crab game, which looks quite cool actually, and it was getting quite a bit of attention through the Idea Xbox. I think they were showing it off through that because it's coming to Game Pass, I think. But yeah, it looks pretty interesting, that one. There was Sentry I saw at WASD, which looks pretty cool. It's like a first-person, sort of shooter style game. Forgive Me Father 2 is like a Lovecraftian game. I've played the first one. It's like obviously a very stylized art style, really cool aesthetic to it. I didn't get on with it that much as a compelling gameplay proposition. I suppose you could call it. That's a very weird way to explain it, but I didn't really get hooked by it, is what is an easy way to say it. I thought it looked really cool, but I think a lot of people did really love the first game, Forgive Me Father. Forgive Me Father 2, feel free to check that one out. I reckon if you like first-person shooters with a cool aesthetic. There was one I was going to show you guys. If I don't come across it on the screen, I'll search. Oh, hang on, there's another one I'll mention. You've got Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. You might have seen the first game, Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. Not too happy for, I don't think Luke's wife would like that. But yeah, sorry, that's a weird comment to make there. Apologies. She is an accountant, isn't she? Yeah, just to double check.
Indie, isn't it called tax optimization?
Tax optimization. It's tax evasion.
Tax efficiency.
Tax efficiency. Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you. I'm not with you. I'm slow, aren't I? Was it in Game Pass, the first game? The new one is on there now if you want to check it out. Well, let me show you one other game which I thought looked really cool and was interesting to see for the first time, if I could find the search box. BitCloud Gaming in the house. How are you doing, buddy? Thanks very much for being here. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. What was I going to search for? Sorry, guys, I'm being a bit slow. Rock Galactic. That's got a new game. I don't know if you've heard about it, guys. It's in the Next Fest. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. Any of you guys heard about that?
Oh no, what is?
It's like a auto shooter, like top down style. But
okay.
yeah, pretty cool little spin-off. I think it's like a roguelike kind of. I suppose you could say it's like Vampire Survivors. Maybe you could be accusing them of jumping on that bandwagon a little bit, but obviously Deep Rock Galactic, the game, is, you know, well celebrated, like super well celebrated game, very awesome game. So it's quite cool that they have taken the side step to sort of try another genre now.
I played quite a lot of Deep Rock Galactic.
Nice,
really enjoyed it. Yeah, so that sounds cool.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one to have a look at, actually, because the game has so much charm. You know, the original Deep Rock Galactic, and I think this could work really well. And it looks, you know, really colourful and inviting, in my opinion. But yeah,
I saw Goat cover this game, so it really like while I was watching him play, it's really different to the other you know, survivor, what is called vampire survivor clones. So it has its own things to it, and I think this one will have a good chance of differentiating from the other games.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I am quite hopeful with this one.
Definitely, yeah, that's a good point.
Looked really promising.
Yeah, no, well said. Because I don't think they would ever be, you know, trying to rip off anything like that. They do their thing. They've got their own identity massively, so they're coming from a really good place to actually span out onto another genre in a way. The amount of like free DLC, haven't they given out loads of free DLC for Deep Rock, the original one? Is that right, Luke?
Yes.
Yeah. The amount they've done for that is just incredible. But yeah, this is Q1 2024. This one's set for release for. So it's on the.
So they really haven't, taken away this mining thing, like digging tunnels. It's still like very much like important tactical tool in this survival game.
Seems that way, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looks like it. So it's pretty cool. I wonder if it's co-op as well. Actually, I have to look on the Steam page, but probably might be. I imagine. Oh no, maybe it's not. Because obviously one of the cool things about the other game is that it's very much co-op, isn't it? Which is cool.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Don't look like this is co-op unless it's in that list. No.
It's interesting. Like I didn't play that much of this the original game, but like I had a good memories of it. Nice. And I think like everyone who has played this game has like positive to say it. I mean, like everybody is pretty much like I haven't heard anybody like give like bad comments about this game.
Yeah, no, it's well celebrated indeed. Very cool game. I think it's in Game Pass as well, actually, at the moment. If you haven't tried it already, guys, definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun. The original one, that is, I'm referring to. But yeah, like, pretty cool. Deep Rock Survivor is on the Steam Next Fest right now, like I say. So yeah, it might be worth one if you're looking for anything to check out. That might be cool to check out. But the best way to do Next Fest, in my opinion, is always just to check out the page, which I can just drop a link for in chat if you like. Not like that. There we go. Where is it? Too many tabs. I'll drop the Next Fest page in the chat. Yeah, there you go, guys. So if you wanted to check out anything that's in there for yourself, I always recommend just download as many as you fancy. Like, if you like the look of it, just give it a shot. And that is the beautiful thing about the Next Fest, is that, you know, you can just try things that maybe you wouldn't necessarily have gone as far as to purchase. You wouldn't have felt that confident of purchase. Maybe some people are more sort of like, they would just take a punt on things, but sometimes people, you know, you don't want to waste money on something you're not going to enjoy. So but with the Next Fest, you can just check out stuff, and then you know if you're going to enjoy it on the, you know, when it comes out. And it's a great way for indie developers to really get their games out there. And Next Fest is it's become a real strong staple in really allowing indie games to get a lot of wish lists and stuff. I've seen there's some really good stats out there where, a lot of indie devs have celebrated the fact that they got a lot of new wish lists and new fans about their games through the Next Fest event. So it's really cool to see that is helping them out and everything, and just getting more attention for their games. So yeah, keep it up with the old Next Fest. It's unfortunate this time that I'm not going to be able to dive into as many as I'd like because we'll be away, but definitely for a very cool reason, if you know what I mean. Obviously us going to EGX as we talked about. But yeah, so other than that though, maybe we should wind things up there, guys. Unless there was any other games you've noticed in Next Fest or anything else you wanted to mention about the Next Fest event at all?
No,
I think that's pretty good. Good. Like you were showing the big ones out of this festival.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we could dive into many. There's hundreds, isn't there? So that's the thing. It's so many games that you can dive into, and like I say, that's why I popped the link in there. As many people as possible, just dive in. If you're on Steam, just check them out. Look through them. You can sort it by each individual type of genre. So if you're a particular fan of action, you can dive into those and find games that you like through that. And there's also a Metroidvania one you can dive into, which is always where I have a little look, of course. But yeah, lots of great games being shown off for sure. Just dive on in, guys, download some demos and play them, basically. Simple as that. But yeah, it can be sort of even overwhelming in a sense, and that's why getting down to the nuts and bolts of it is they've got to have a good presence, a good trailer, a good even just that image has got to be spot on their when it becomes that competitive with other indie games and stuff. But yeah, that is just it's a good thing, all that like we always say, the games, there's a lot more awesome indie games out there now, and they're sort of fighting for our attention, I suppose you could say. But that only means good things for us, that we get to check out the best of them, and it's not our fault. There's only so much time in the day, and that it just means that there's always going to be that quality threshold that gets raised every time. So it means that you've got games striving to do the best they can rather than just put out a game to make a bit of money, I suppose you could say. Not that they would do that, but maybe there's one or two out there that do. But yeah, little rant there, little off track, little mentioning of indie game world. But it's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with the two legends today, not Scott, Luke, sorry, and Meisuko. It's been so much fun. We are just starting the party though. This is literally the pre-show before the goodness happens later this week, so very excited for that. But yeah, Luke, bro, thank you very much for being part of the show today. Would you like to shout out where they can find you and make any last remarks or anything you want, basically? But yeah, thanks for being here today, bro.
No, absolute pleasure, and looking forward to EGX and meeting you both, and it's gonna be a good time. Just follow me at LukeSteele90 on Twitter /X, and that's about it.
Yep, awesome stuff. Yep, /X indeed. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I'm trying to get used to the old X. I've even put it in the old on the ticker now that it's a X. It's just like it's still the URLs are still in Twitter. That's a weird thing. I need to change that as well, I suppose. But yeah, no, it's been great hanging out with you, bro, and cannot wait for when I see you on Friday. We'll organise to get ourselves together and get tucked into some EGX goodness. It's going to be fun times. Cool, yep. Man. And Meisuko, bro, thank you very much for joining us today. Very excited again to see you at EGX. It's going to be awesome. And thanks for being part of the show today. Would you like to shout out where you can find you, my friend?
On X you can find me Meisuko_1984, like Indy has put here on the scrolling.
I have actually. I just realized now you say that I've actually not put underscore, so I do apologize. Okay. It's in the link. It's the link in the description below. Sorry about that. I think on the screen it's actually wrong, but it's down below. It'll be correct because it's I've already copied and pasted. Sorry about that though. It's I'll pop it in the chat for you as well, maybe. But yeah, if you go into the links down below, guys, it'll be correct down there. But sorry, finish off, my friend.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to meet you guys up in real life and have some few beers, eat some food, have great chat, and then go and enjoy some EGX goodness, like they say.
Absolutely. The goodness is going to be there. The indie goodness, the EGX goodness, the Meisuko goodness, and the loot goodness.
Yeah.
We'll be bringing it. And we're going to get a t-shirt made of some sort of indie goodness one day. It's got to be done, I think. That's the
most. I think that's the slogan that is going to stick.
Definitely. I think you're right about that. Yeah, no, it's, that's what we need. I was starting to think about potentially doing some merch, and I wouldn't want to just do like, a standard thing. I'd want it to be something that someone would like, and I think like I love indie games or something like that, a t-shirt with that, or like, indie goodness. I think that's the kind of stuff I think could be cool, because people might want that for their own reasoning if they like indie games, if you see what I mean. They don't want me plastered all over their shirt. They want indie goodness. There we go. And then Luke will turn up in his Volvi shirt and make it. So yeah, we'll know
limited edition.
Yeah, limited edition. and be the coolest dude. But yeah, thank you so much everyone who's in the chat who has joined us today. So it's been a bit of a random show, but we like random around here. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys and chatting about EGX and chatting about Steam Next Fest. Yeah, we don't do as many live shows these days, so sorry if I've been a bit all over the place, but I usually am anyway, to be honest with you. That's why I do editing on my videos. But yeah, we're keeping the old live stuff going, but definitely a bit more video content on the channel, as you know. If you haven't checked any of the recent videos out, feel free to. They have been uploaded quite recently. There's one on Game Pass if you fancy checking that out, with top 10 Game Pass games, and then there's another one before that was I can't remember which one it was before that, but yeah, feel free to check out those guys.
Upcoming games, yeah.
Upcoming games, yeah. That was, I think that was a couple back, but yeah, that one. Oh yeah, I just want to say again, thank you so much to everyone who's checked out those videos, especially that upcoming games one. It's now I think 137,000 views, which is literally bananas. Not really sure how that's happened.
That is crazy.
Yeah, literally bonkers, really, isn't it? So yeah, everyone who has checked that out and watched it, for a decent amount of time, potentially all the way through, if you have done that, you're literally a legend, because that is how those things happen, really. If you're watching a video a long way through and you're engaging with it, it's a way of giving me love, and I really appreciate that, because what it does is then helps the video to get pushed out further. So any of you guys that do watch the videos for a good amount of it all the way through, or just enjoy it, it means a lot. Thank you so much everyone who checks them out, even for a short amount of time anyway though. So yeah, you're all legends in my book, so thank you very much indeed. But yeah, let's get out of here then, and I'm going to send you over to Stubbsy baby if you haven't already gone over. I think he's doing his show about 10 o'clock, so, or is it 9:30? I can't remember. But he's doing a show, so if you fancy some more podcast stuff, feel free to pop over to Stubbs Gaming channel right now. He should be live, and pick it up from there. But yeah, thank you so much everyone who's joined us. Thank you to Luke, thank you to Meisuko, and everyone in the chat. Like I say, it's been awesome hanging out with you guys, and yeah, like I say, next content will probably be revolving around EGX of some kind, so stay tuned for all that goodness, and follow me on Twitter if you fancied it, guys, at indie_gamer_01, and I'll be doing updates there from EGX as well. So thanks again for watching, guys, and we will see you and speak to you again real soon. Take care, guys.
Laters.